Imagine this. Two women meet eyes across a crowded room, and in that moment, it feels like the universe rearranges itself. But why is it that love between women is often described as so deep, so intense, and so transformative? Today, we'll explore the psychology of deep lesbian love, a journey into attachment, identity, and intimacy that will change the way you see relationships forever. By the end of this video, you'll understand, why are lesbian relationships often perceived as uniquely deep? The psychological dynamics of identity, safety, and emotional intimacy. And what this tells us about love itself, no matter your orientation. What you're about to learn isn't just about lesbian love, it's about the very architecture of human connection. The foundation of identity and safety. When two women love each other, they are not just building a romance, they're also navigating a world that historically hasn't always validated their bond. Psychology shows us that shared marginalization can create an unusually strong sense of safety and solidarity. Think of it like this. When love exists in a space where judgment or misunderstanding may lurk, the bond becomes a sanctuary. Research on minority stress theory explains that marginalized groups often seek refuge in each other, and this magnifies intimacy. Lesbian couples, therefore, often develop a deep trust, because their relationship itself becomes an act of mutual protection. Emotional intensity, the double female dynamic. Here's where things get fascinating. Psychological studies on gender and communication consistently show that women, on average, are socialized to express emotions more openly. When you bring two women together in a romantic bond, you essentially double that emotional bandwidth. This often creates what therapists call emotional fusion, a powerful closeness, where each partner feels deeply seen and validated. Some researchers even call this the intensity factor of lesbian relationships. A relatable example. Imagine a couple who can spend hours talking about fears, dreams, childhood memories, without ever feeling drained. For them, conversation isn't just communication, it's a form of lovemaking. Attachment styles and lesbian love. Now let's dive deeper into attachment psychology. Attachment theory tells us that how we bonded with caregivers early in life shapes how we love as adults. But in lesbian relationships, there's an interesting twist. Research shows lesbian couples often report higher emotional attunement, especially when both partners lean toward secure attachment. Why? Because there's often a shared understanding of emotional nuance, reading each other's signals, noticing subtle changes in tone or mood. This is sometimes called relational intelligence. It's like both partners are fluent in the same emotional language. The story, a real example of deep lesbian love. Let me share a story, not of celebrities, but of ordinary psychology. Two women, let's call them Maya and Elena, met during university. Both had struggled with self-acceptance, and both carried scars of not being understood. When they fell in love, it wasn't just attraction, it was the shock of recognition. Elena once told Maya, for the first time, "I don't have to translate myself. You just get me." Psychologically, what happened here is profound. The love became not just romantic but reparative. It healed old wounds of invisibility. This is what psychologists call corrective emotional experience, when love provides the acceptance that was once denied. Challenges that deepen connection. Of course, intensity has its challenges. Many therapists note that lesbian couples sometimes face what's called merging. Because of the depth of emotional connection, partners may risk losing a sense of individuality. But here's the paradox. Navigating these challenges often deepens love further. Couples who learn to balance closeness with individuality often emerge with what psychologists describe as differentiated intimacy, the ability to stay deeply bonded while still honoring personal space. The neuroscience of lesbian love is not just a feeling, it's neurochemistry. When two women bond deeply, their brains release oxytocin at high levels. Sometimes called the cuddle hormone, oxytocin fosters trust, bonding, and long-term attachment. Some studies even suggest that women's brains may respond more strongly to oxytocin, which could explain why same-sex female relationships are often described as emotionally intense and enduring. What this teaches us about love itself. So what does all this mean, beyond labels? The psychology of deep lesbian love shows us something universal. That love thrives on emotional safety, deep communication, and the courage to be fully seen. Lesbian couples illuminate how love can be both intensely intimate and profoundly healing. And whether you're lesbian, straight, or anywhere in between, these dynamics reveal the blueprint of truly meaningful connection. Let's bring it home. Here are 3 lessons we can all carry from the psychology of deep lesbian love. Safety fuels intimacy. When love feels like a sanctuary, bonds deepen. Communication is intimacy. Sharing openly isn't just talking, it's weaving hearts together. Healing happens in love. The right partner doesn't just accept you, they help you repair old wounds. So next time you think about love, remember, it's not just who you love, but how deeply you're willing to be seen. Soft outro music fades in.